Welcome to Off Grid Victory. So today I'm standing in front of my wood shavings or sawdust pile. And so what do we use these wood shavings for, or sawdust? We primarily use it for our number twos. So, when I say number twos, I mean poo, right? So we use it for our composting toilets. And the reason why we use this is because peat moss is very expensive and it's something that we have to pay for, versus this is from a local sawmill, and it was stuff that they were just going to throw it away. So we gathered it up and brought it to our homestead, and mainly we use it, like I said, for composting toilets. We go ahead and let that sit over time. And you could even theoretically use it as fertilizer manure as things get harder to get in terms of fertilizer. But on the homestead, we basically use it for number two and dispose of it in a pit, and we just let it go. At any rate, lots of uses for sawdust, wood shavings. And of course, you can use it for things like lining your chicken coop. Although there's several properties of the wood shavings or the sawdust that's really not that great for things like lining things with, especially because of how it retains moisture, right? Wood chips would be better, wood shavings would be better for things like that, for animals and for bedding. But in terms of how well it retains the moisture and it actually dissipates the smells, we use it for our composting toilets. However, there's a unique property to sawdust which really happened on happenstance, and I'm going to really utilize this coming in the following years, and that is the ability to grow things in it as a medium. And so you see weeds like this on the outskirts of it growing. Here's a really nice plantain that's growing on the outskirts of this wood shavings pile. And of course you can eat that, use it for medicine, all sorts of great stuff. But this is what I discovered, and this is why I want to use it going forward quite a bit. And that's this. So what is this plant? Well, it has a nut and it has this leaf compound right here, and it has this really long rootstock, right? It's really long here. It's almost like 6 inches or so long. And that is this guy right here. It's from the black walnut. And so the black walnut here is a really valuable tree in these parts. And I have a friend of mine who loves using it for furniture and trim and things like that. But anyway, that was inside of this wood shavings pile. And you see as I dig down, you can see how wet that surface is. And that enabled this seed here to germinate. Now, normally on our land, squirrels are getting to this way before it could even reach the ground to make something like this. So what I'm going to do is replant this guy in my planter here and do a couple of these. And so you see how long that root structure is. It's going to need a really long pot. But I'm going to use this medium right here to grow these guys. So here's another one. So I have a few of these. I pulled this one out. Most likely it's gonna not make it because now the seed pod's gone and whatever. It's almost destroyed. But maybe it will make it. I'll put it in there and water it and see how it does. But yeah, you can see that it has a nice root structure, very long, straight down, a tap root, and of course the leaves here of a black walnut. And yeah, so that's what we're going to try to grow going forward in this medium of wood shavings and sawdust. And so we won't just use it now to use or get rid of our number twos. We'll also use it for planting, which is a pleasant surprise because I didn't think you can do this, but the guy whose sawmill this came from obviously had these things embedded inside here in the sawdust, and it germinated seeds. Pretty incredible. So anyway, I'm going to use this technique on our homestead to do more of these trees and plant a lot of black walnuts, because we really don't have too many on our property, and I would love to have more. just because you can use this for a lot of different things. Dyeing, worm medication, deworming medication, I'm sorry, and of course eating the actual nut itself inside. It's not as pleasant as the English variety, but hey, it's still a walnut and it's still edible, and it's definitely a welcome thing here on the homestead, especially for the value of the wood itself. So that's it, guys. Grow some seeds in your sawdust or wood shavings pile. Alrighty, shalom.